Hello, hello, and welcome back to World of Tanks. So first off, my dad died recently, so that's why I haven't been making lots of content. And we still got lots of, practical stuff to go through. So there's gotta be, not daily content going forwards. But you're used to that already. So, in World of Tanks though, we have Recon mode back with 3 new maps. And just as I decided to make a video about this, I realized I already had a video made from the previous version of Recon mode that wasn't uploaded. So I just went and uploaded that now, even though it's kind of outdated. Recon mode is just up for a couple of days at a time. And what it basically is that Wargaming lets us test 3 new maps that are in development. And after playing a number of games on each map, we get to fill out a survey. What did we like, what didn't we like, and pick our most favorite map. So the previous three maps were Outpost, Far East, and Airship Yard. My personal favorite was Airship Yard. That was the winter map, and apparently, according to Wargaming, the people's favorite was Outpost, which in my opinion was my least favorite map, even though all of them were actually kind of good. None of them were bad, and just adding all of them to the game would be a good thing, in my opinion. This time though, we have 3 other maps. This is Place of Power, it's called. It's an Asian style map. And what I think I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make one video for each map instead of having all 3 maps in one video. And I'm gonna be just including a little bit from different games in each video, so you can see the different flanks and stuff. So with that said, I'm here in the medium tank, and I've gone north to what I think is gonna be the medium tank flank, which it looks like it at least. And for some reason all the heavy tanks went there, well, most of them, with only a small number of tanks holding the built up area to the south, which is what I think is gonna be the designated heavy tank brawling zone. So I came back here and decided to give a little bit of supporting flanking fire, even though that flank is probably lost already. This was not my first match on this map. First time around I also played this tank, went north, did some Pika booming with the other enemy medium tanks. It worked out until we lost. So this game is also going to be a loss, but I think I can maybe showcase a little bit more of how you can work this map from the middle. You can see we have a lot of heavy tanks on our northern flank, and they can't really do that much because there are enemy enemy tank destroyers kind of locking them down. And the enemy heavy tanks went to the south, and they are pushing through. Our now dead conqueror is kind of mad that the northern flank didn't push. But from the limited times I've played this map before, pushing north is kind of hard, because you got a lot of good tank destroyer positions. I don't remember what I was trying to do here, other than maybe spot a little bit. And now you see some of our heavy tanks have started pushing. That's a little bit too late. They should really be going back to base. And I realize I'm in the crossfire. Dip down here, take a little bit of damage. It looked safe, but it wasn't quite safe. and that slope was not climbable. And yeah, we're losing quite bad, but you're gonna see a better game after this. It's, you know, it's a new map, it's in development. People don't know quite where to go yet. So I can't really be too mad that, oh my god, you went to the wrong flank! So yeah, anyway, Recon mode, you get a little bit of, you get some rewards for playing it as well. Like some boosters and stuff. Enemy Charfish here decided that now was the time to push, because I'm quite alone. And he was right. So he and the Leopard PTA take me out. Let's just jump around and look at the other tanks where they are situated before this match ends. Lots of good like slopes and ridge lines towards the north of this map. So I think it would be fun to play this organized, like in a clan war or a skirmish. And yeah, this is just about done, and we will be back with a better match on the same map. Well, this poor TNH can't really do much. Anyway, that was it. Well, not it for this video. That was it for this match. Okay, we are back on the same map in a different tank of a different class. This is the Tiger 2, and we're gonna see what it can do. We're gonna go south, of course, to the dedicated heavy tank brawling flank, and this is a good tank for that kind of job. It's actually a tank I've played quite a lot over the years, but most of those games were from before the Marks of Excellency were added to the game, so I haven't earned any yet. Even though my average damage in the tank is more than enough to earn at least a couple of rings around the barrel. I'm still not quite sure if games in this Recon mission, if they count towards your Marks of Excellency. I'm gonna have to find that out. Anyway, the Chrysler is going up there to side scrape, which is something it does really well. This Tiger 2, actually, it's actually quite a good side scraper as well. It doesn't have the extremely rear mounted turret that the Chrysler has, but it still kind of gets the job done. I'm not quite side scraping here though, but I figured that this little mound here can hide my lower plate, and if I then just angle my upper plate like this, should be quite safe. So it's a little bit of a stalemate down south here. Our team in the north is actually pushing quite efficiently. I think if I can point around here, like crossing over here, I think that's a much better idea than trying to cross here and push the extreme north. But obviously I haven't played this map enough yet to know exactly which positions are good for pushing and stuff. So I haven't done anything yet. I've pretty much just been sitting here and waiting for the enemy to expose itself. That's one shot out, but I took a couple in return, so that's not a good trade at all. It's gonna get better though. Can I take out this S1? Oh, someone else did. Is this IS-2 too gonna come out? Yes. So while the armor of the Tiger II isn't quite like it's not great by today's World of Tanks standards. It's one of the original tanks from when the game was first launched, but there's been quite a bit of power creep since then. It did receive some pretty substantial buffs not too long ago though, but the armor is still pretty much the same. But what it has is very good gun handling, very good penetration and accuracy, and pretty decent DPM. Not quite good enough to go through the mantlet of the E5 there. Tried a couple times more just for good measure, but I figured yeah, hold down E5, not really the enemy I want to fight. So then, that's when you go and find some other enemies. And I'm really glad that this well, that E5 was held down behind a dead tank, but this map doesn't have, at least this flank of the map, it doesn't have those little mounds of debris and rubble all over that you can just sit behind if you have a tank with a strong turret, which is quite a boring meta. There's a lot of maps that have that, and I'm glad Wargaming seems to not be so keen on adding those locations to every new map, because that was kind of played out. And you see how amazing this gun is at snapping like that. Now I am combining vert stabs with the rotation mechanism. I'm gonna put a turbo on it once I get the mobility slot from the field modifications. For now I'm just going with what I had left over in my depot. Yeah, straight through the turret. So I got a Borask here. You can't run from me. And I should have side-scraped there. I did not think he was aiming at me. So, bounced another shot, and yeah. Yeah, try doing that kind of snapping with most other tier 8 heavy tanks. It's just so comfortable to play this Tiger II. So we have pushed through the city, and it's a nice way to get down back here, where I think enemy artillery will most likely hide most of the time, but at least like down here, unless they maybe hide here. Anyway, getting through the city seems like a good way to get into the enemy rear. I didn't save like the post-game stats or anything, but I didn't take any blind shots, so yeah, 3,500, that's pretty much on the money. Anyway, I will be back next video with showcase of the other new map, Volga, which I think is my favorite of the bunch. Goodbye and take care.